About each of the prophecy weapons for the Rite of the Nine dungeon and see if they're really worth farming for. Overall, I think they're all pretty decent. I like them. They do have all slow reloads in general just because they're all older weapons. That's going to be the main thing, so let's talk about the rewards. We got Relentless here. It's a strand pulse rifle. It's in the high impact frame. So it has good damage in PvP overall still with the 2-tap, but it is the stuff with the PvE perches. I'm saying is Firefly Hatchling's the most unique one. You get pretty much big AoE damage with that for like ad clear, and PvP's Lone Wolf or Keep Away, and Head Sieger with the more bog standard basic pulse rifle roll. You also have Severn Tear on there if you want to pair that with Hatchling. Elemental Honing is another damage perk, or Paracausal Affinity if you want to do any of that stuff over Hatchling. The roll I'm using is a Tear Hatchling roll, and it did fine. It was just, it felt slow, the reload felt slow. I liked it, but that's because of more nostalgia reasons of using this gun prior. I like this gun generally. Pulses just aren't the greatest in PvE, so I don't know if it would be anything you want to go for. Plus, we're also getting another strand weapon in the next expansion already, so it feels iffy. I'm going to go for the shiny. That's the main thing I'd say you go for if you care about shinies. Though I'd say go for a good enough roll that at least you'd use it here and there. Judgment is next. This is the one I'd say is good if you don't like the burst hand cannon already. Or if you have a good Ias Luna, or you want an updated Ias Luna, this is replacement because it's also 140. Headstone Paracausal is the roll I'd say for PvE, purely because time payload doesn't work as well as you think it would in PvE. It's decent, it just splits the damage, so it doesn't feel like it functions that well with Headstone. If you still want time payload, I'd say go Demolitionist or Rapid Hit instead for PvE. PvP, go Slide Shot and Precision Instrument, that's the basic one, or you can go for a Keep Away or a Rapid Hit. Both those are all decent. There's also a Paracausal that you could technically go for again, or an Open Mean Shot roll. All those would be good just to do it. Paracausal would be the more or less replacement for Kill Clip if you like that on hand cannons. I like this hand cannon a lot purely because it's a 140. It's competing with its one and only competitor, Ias Luna, for the 140 slot, and I think it's winning-ish. It feels, to me, it's iffy just because Ias Luna doesn't have an updated perk pool. If it did, I would probably pick Ias Luna, just because the stats on this thing are pretty low, and that's just because it's an old weapon. Though, if you increase the stats in PvP, it helps it a lot. Like, this thing feels pretty decent in PvP. Overall, good hand cannon. I'm probably going to farm. This is going to be my number one farming thing. Purely because I see it as more of a viable option right now for stasis. And it really doesn't look like, besides the new legendary hand cannon, that we're going to get one soon. I think this one is good. I think you should go for it. Compared to Relentless, which is more or less a nostalgia pick, or if you want a Strand Pulse right now, and you don't want to farm trials. But guys, good hand cannon. The shotgun has the most unique roll out of the bunch, with a 1-2 trench barrel combination. It's unique and it synergizes on paper. The main issue with the shotgun, if you do that, you're not going to have a reload perk, and it's a one shell reload that's not the fastest. So if you're doing that, I'd recommend speccing in the way to pretty much increase your reload speed. So you get the 3 shots after the 1-2 punch one after you melee, so you can get a bunch of damage. It would be unique. I'm going to go for that role. The one I'm using to equip is Envious Arsenal Destabilizing, which I think is another unique role, or you can do Discord Redirection or Destabilizing as well. And those are all just unique roles. The shotgun's pretty good if PvE aggressives ever got like a love pretty much thing. Plus, the next season's perk also includes shotgun. PvP, go Slide Shot, Closing, or Opening Shot. Both those would just help increase its range and stuff. The issue is it has the weird cone basically on it since it's aggressive. It means it will hit for a lot of damage, though it's going to be inconsistent in parts compared to if you're used to precisions or slugs. Overall, I like this shotgun. The sight is a bit of a learning curve because the sight is basically non-existent. All it is just a U. I like the shiny variant on it. I like pretty much that stuff on it. Nothing else really else to it, I'd say. It's a unique shotgun. Redirection Discord, I think, is a unique play, plus destabilizing on it if you want to do a more like how we use the grenade launcher aerial denials, but a more close range thing. Then the 1-2 punch trench is just a really unique combo that we don't have on any other guns. I'd say that is a more test. Wouldn't say this is a like must have. It would be like watch a video of somebody explaining 1-2 punch and trench to see if it's up to like what you think the gun would be capable of. Because there's a lot of setting up with it, and you would have to use stuff like threat of ascent or whatever to boost the reload on it. Overall, unique pick, not the number one to go after personally. That's still up to judgment for me, but it's good gun. The AR, slightly disappointing just because it's missing the one perk that BS has on it, the AR from Vespers. I like it. The reload is slow for Volt Shot without a reload perk, and then I was pretty much testing without reloads is what I wanted to see, just a base gun, how it more or less feel with a better perk than Rite column. So I have an Eddy Turret Volt Shot is what I'm using on screen. Dragonfly Volt Shot is what I was pretty much testing, but I never found a Dragonfly one, so I more or less just use this to test the reload and stuff like that. Dragonfly Volt Shot is a unique role for the AoE potential, though personally, I would either go Dragonfly Onslaught as a more unique one, just because there's other options that already exist in the game that can do the Bolt Shot stuff, I think, better. Just for this even archetypes. It's cool. I like the Vesper's Host one more. Like, that's just personal preference. I think if you're going PvP, go Zen Moment or Keep Away, plus target lock. Or you can do Onslaught or tap the trigger as well. Those would be fine. More or less, it feels good. I like it in PvP, actually, which is where I've had more enjoyment with the AR. The 450 archetype feels decent in PvP. And the fact of the Edding Carrant Rolling Storm or whatever pairing allows you to pretty much do stuff as well, though I just do Bolt Shot on it because it sounds better. Right now, we're more or less going to see how Bolt Charge does next season because of the seasonal artifact. It's more or less boosted right now. So all of those weapons with that roll on it, we're going to have to test next season to see if they're actually good or not. Though I would rank this one probably second to get, with me doing each of the rankings on these guns pretty soon. Like, we're going to go do a in-depth guide on each of these video guns. Right now, I'd say Judgment is number 1. Relentless or Prosecutor is number 2. Sudden Death is last place, but has a very unique role on it that I'm definitely wanting to use just to try it out. If it's trash, though, I'm just throwing it away. Because it's like a bunch of micromanaging, more or less, with you're keeping 3 shots in there, so you get the bonus of Trench Barrow most. And it's that. Plus, you're going to single load every single shot instead of having auto-loading or anything like that on it, so it's just eh. Or you have to spec your armor into making the shotgun more usable. I think the gun overall is good. I don't have any issue using the shotgun. I've been liking Discord plays on shotgun, like the, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a Discord chain reaction roll I have on, like, one that I'm going to show soon. But it mainly just allows you to get a bunch of kills. I don't think shotguns have their place right now in more or less in-game content, so it feels like the other 3 can at least use in more aspects of the game, especially if you're more an in-game player. With Judgment being the one I think is the most useful, purely because I like and dislike Headstone simultaneously. I wish there was a better stasis perk, but it feels good. I'm not going to complain about it that much. Paracausal Affinity, I wish allowed you to one-shot the crystal. It doesn't. Like, we're just going to be plain and blunt, it doesn't. But guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.